Hello and welcome to the weapons and ammo pickup systems part of the enhanced FPS creation kit tutorial series. So as you can see from the previous videos, we've got our elevators, our hazards, our health, our armor, our doors, and our bottomless pit and our ladders over there. So let's go over adding in the various weapon pickups to correspond with the weapon system that we have implemented into the game. So there are a total of 8 weapon slots, and each weapon corresponds to a different each weapon slot, should I say, corresponds to a different weapon, which can all be set up inside the game instance. So if we're just going to show you that very quickly. Inside the game instance, we have a get weapon info function, and this is where we would set up all our different parts of the weapon system. So we've got options 0 to 8, and any weapons that we want to attach to the viewport, we can sit in those slots. So we've got pistol, shotgun, double barrel, SMG, assault rifle, grenade launcher, rocket, and a blank one for demonstration purposes later. Same with the meshes, because you can either use animated blueprints for the viewport models, or you can use static meshes. And then we have our auto fire types, delays between auto fire shots for any weapons that do use automatic firing, like the machine gun and the SMG. Pellet angle spread for weapons like shotguns that fire buckshot or multiple projectiles, and we want to set the angle that they are firing at. The amount of pellets for that weapon to fire, the projectile itself to spawn, and we have a plethora of different types from bullets, shells, grenades, and rockets. And then the sound effect for it to play, and these all get fed into a return node. So whenever we call this function in the game, we can get all of this information very quickly and very easily. So we just set our weapon up here, and the rest happens automatically. So let's demo that right now. So if we go into our interactables and into our pickups, we will have 2 pickups pertinent to this video: the weapon pickup and the ammo pickup. So if we drag the weapon pickup out into the level, you'll see we get a default mesh, which is a pistol, and it will default to weapon type 2 and add 0 ammo and have the semi-auto as the preview mesh and the pickup sound. So we can easily determine what weapon this should be simply by changing the weapon type. So if we change this to 4, for example, it will become an SMG. So we can change the mesh to an SMG, and the reason we know that weapon 4 is going to be the SMG is because in the game instance slot 4 corresponded to the SMG. So now we can determine how much ammo we should provide for that weapon when the player collects it. So we'll do 50, and we can also change the pickup sound, and we'll just leave that as the throw grenade sound for now. So now we have a SMG weapon pickup. So if we pick it up, we will switch to the SMG, and we'll have 50 rounds of it. Now, as you can see, there's also an ammo counter. So if we expend all the ammunition, the weapon will no longer fire, and it will display a message saying no ammo. Now, another thing about this is the mouse wheel weapon switching. So if we scroll between the SMG and the pistol, you'll notice it scrolls directly between the two. So what it does is it overlooks any weapon slots that aren't in use between the 2 weapons that you're scrolling from and to. So the pistol is weapon slot 1, which we can select with the number 1 key, and the SMG is weapon slot 4, which we can select with the number 4 key. So because there are no weapons in weapon slots 2 and 3, it skips straight ahead. So to make that a little bit clearer, what we can do is we can take this and duplicate it again, and we can change the weapon type to 2, which should correspond to the second weapon type in our list, which was the shotgun. We'll set it to give 10 ammunition, and we'll make the preview mesh the shotgun, just to demonstrate how easy and simple it is to set up these pickups. So there we go. So now if we pick up the SMG, we can pick up the shotgun, and now if we scroll down to weapon type 1, we'll scroll up again, and instead of going straight to the SMG, it goes to the shotgun, and then it goes straight from the shotgun to the SMG, skipping slot 4, which is slot 3 even, which is the double barrel. So if we duplicate that yet again, and we set this to slot 3, we'll now get the weapon in slot 3, and as you can see, the preview mesh is just for yourself in the editor. When the actual blueprint constructs itself, it will set itself to the right weapon, and you'll see there's nice little animations when we change weapon. There's a lowering and a raising animation, and the same when we collect a new one, and it will automatically switch to a weapon that we do not already have. Now, because we're using blueprints, there are some animations involved. So each of these weapons has its own firing and recoil animations, like the slide on the pistol, and the pump on the shotgun, and the barrels on the double barrel. And this is why we have the two separate options for both blueprints and static meshes in the game instance. So we have a toggle in the first person character, should I say, that will allow us to toggle between the two types of weapons. So if we tick blueprint weapons here, we are using blueprint weapons. If we uncheck that, we'll now use much simpler static mesh models. So if you're not too great at making separately rigged models, I mean, none of the blueprint models are skeletally rigged, but if you're very new and you just want to make a gun model and have it animate, there you go. It's that simple. You can just upload insert whatever static mesh you want, and you will still get some basic animations. But for the purposes of this video, we're going to stick with blueprint weapons because I've set up a series of blueprint weapons that have got animations, which are also very easy to customize. They're just two-piece static meshes. So if we go into weapons and into firearms, we've got meshes split. I think you can see we've got the pistol slide as a separate mesh to the pistol, and it just rocks back on a timeline. So now if we go back into the game, you'll see that rocking animation, and it's the same for all of these. They've all got their own animation. So if you wanted to keep the same weapon progression and weapon layout and just change the models, it would be very easy to do that, and all the animations are already there and set up for you, including the lowering and raising when you collect a new weapon. And you'll notice that it automatically switches to a higher priority weapon if you don't already own that weapon. So that's all set up there for you, nice and easy. And it is just as easy to do the ammunition as well. So if we go back into the pickups, so in interactables, pickups, and ammo, we have the ammo here defaulting to the shotgun shell. So if we change this to, we'll leave that as shotgun shells actually, and we'll set you can set the pickup mesh here, and you can set the ammo to add. So we'll say it adds 5 shells, and we've got the pickup sound there as well. And we can just duplicate this, drag it along, or you could drag a new one in, it doesn't really matter. And we'll set this to weapon type 4, which should represent the SMG, and you'll notice the mesh automatically changes because inside these blueprints, in the construction script, we have a series of meshes for our ammo. So we'll consult the weapon type that it should be. So we can tell it what weapon type to represent, and then it will determine what mesh it should set itself to from that weapon type. So it's all very straightforward. All you need to do is set up all the weapons once, all the models once, and they're already by default set up for you. So if we set this one behind this shotgun here, which shouldn't be a shotgun, this should be a double barrel, because that's what it's going to be in the game. And we can set this to weapon type 3, which will then give us the double barrel shells. So there you go. So now we've got shotgun, and you'll see we say weapon obtained shotgun in the top left, shotgun ammo added 5, SMG added ammo added 5, double barrel ammo added 5, and those are all preset. This is exactly how the project comes as standard. You can simply just drag objects into here and set them up. So if we bring another weapon in and we set this one to 5, which is the assault rifle, there we go. So now we've got I set it to the assault rifle ammo, water sausage, assault rifle base, there we go. We'll move that up a little bit so it doesn't clip through the floor. We'll drag some ammo down here, and we'll set this to 5 as well. And there we go. Oh, it's gone back to 3 because I didn't hit enter. There we go. So now we've got some assault rifle ammo, and we can go even further. We can use this same blueprint to set up any weapon that we've already predefined in the blueprint. So with this one, we'll do 6, which I believe should be the grenade launcher. There we go. bring that up a little bit. This one should be 7, which should be the rocket launcher. There we go. I'll get rid of that because I think that's all the weapons I have currently added into the game. So again, we'll just duplicate this ammo, or you could drag one in. We'll set this to weapon type 6. We'll have it give us 5 shells. And there you go. It's already changed to grenade launcher ammo. And then we can move that along, set it to 7, and it's changed to rocket launcher ammo. And there you go. It is that easy, that simple, that quick to set up your weapons. So now, weapon obtained assault rifle ammo added. Obtained double barrel ammo added. Obtained SMG ammo added. Obtained shotgun ammo added. Obtained grenade launcher ammo added. And we obtained the rocket launcher ammo added. And you can see all the HUD stuff automatically picks up on this. They've all got their own specific projectiles. You can change with the number keys or the mouse wheel scrolling. And each weapon has its own screen shake effect. A little bit less from the SMG there. A little bit more from the shotgun. They got their own firing rate, so you can't just spam the trigger. And they've all got their own little animations. And it is that easy to just drag and drop in your weapon pickups into the game.